Did you know that France and Britain fought over Turks and Caicos because of salt? In 1764, the Turks and Caicos Islands were looted by French forces in present-day Haiti. They destroyed huts, tools, and took salt rakers as prisoners. Now, why would they do this? For obvious reasons such as territorial claims and to control trade, but more importantly, because of salt. In the 1700s, salt was so important that scholars referred to salt as white gold. Now, the governor of the Bahamas at the time, William Shirley, was able to successfully argue British ownership of the islands, which led to French withdrawal. After the 1764 crisis, the British Parliament claims ownership of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, the decree that was issued by the British Parliament would state that Governor Shirley and the Bahamas government would closely oversee the Turks Islands. Unfortunately, things would get a lot more complicated. Now, the House of Assembly in Bermuda wanted to unite the Turks and Caicos Islands with Bermuda. Now, the Bermudans would argue that they had occupied the islands for 90 years and that 500 Bermudans' livelihood depended on raking salt. Now, this is where Andrew Simmer comes in, who was sent by the British Crown to establish a presence on the Turks and Caicos Islands. His duties were to oversee the salt industry and to report on Spanish and French activities back to Britain. Now, there would be some drama between Britain and Andrew Simmer because Andrew Simmer had a grandiose vision for salt, and the British thought that he was overstepping his intended responsibility. Now, in 1767, Lord Hillsborough, the Secretary of State at the time, would approve of a majority of Andrew Simmer's plans. Andrew Simmer then established a resident population, created West Indian trade, and created a lot of salt regulations. If you want to know more about the history of Turks and Caicos, check out my last video. And if you're interested in international relations, culture, or history, follow this page for very interesting content.